Hi, I'm Adnan, and I'm an associate partner in IBM's Advanced Analytics practice. Last time we talked about overcoming analysis paralysis and getting started with AI. And selecting a use case is often the first step, and we talked about this briefly. That's where the AI Canvas comes in, and this is the tool that I wanted to introduce to you today. Last year, I was helping a mid-sized company with their AI roadmap. And taking a hint from the business model canvas, we created an AI canvas to really evaluate opportunities that this organization was considering. The great thing about the AI canvas is that it helped us identify what not to do. And this is actually pretty important given all the ideas that a data science team gets bombarded with daily. And we're not the only ones thinking about the AI canvas. Ajay Agarwal, a professor at Rotman, introduced a similar tool in his book, Prediction Machines. Highly recommend this book. I suggest you should pick it up. And while the tools are conceptually similar, I find Ajay's framework to be more suited towards startups building AI products. And our framework is more for larger companies wanting to drive operational improvements. Now, let's look at the canvas. It starts with the business problem that you're trying to solve. And I find that people want to apply AI in air quotes to this or to that, but their problem is actually quite poorly formulated. Writing it down clearly is a great start. Next, once you have that down, think about the metric that you want to predict and the action it drives. Identifying this is harder than you think, and until you have it, you don't really have much of a use case. The next step is understanding the data that you'll need and if this data is indeed available. Keep in mind that there are two types of data sets that we're talking about here. There is the data set to train and test the model, and then there's a data set for ongoing operation of the model. So we've talked about the problem, we've talked about the input and the output. And while this will help you start thinking about the use case, before you're actually able to pull the trigger, there are three critical aspects to consider. The first is really identifying who the end user is and how they'll access the model output. We've all heard about HCD, human-centered design, and while that's very important for conventional systems and conventional apps, it's even more important for AI-driven systems, because if your users don't take any actions, then you're not going to get any value. The second important thing is getting buy-in from business sponsors, because there are way too many advanced analytics and AI projects that end up as science experiments because of a lack of business buy-in. So that's one reason. And the other reason is that you need business expertise, deep business expertise to build effective models. And you can't have that if the business is not fully bought in and if they don't throw their weight behind this project. And finally, we've got business value. So think through what is the eventual outcome that you want to drive and how does that impact the overall value driver of the company? Is it reducing unplanned downtime? Are you improving product quality, customer engagement, whatever that this might be? Having a line of sight of the metric that you're moving and how it impacts the company, make sure that it's actually relevant. So that's in a nutshell, that's the AI Canvas. My team has used it very effectively since last year when we developed this, and best of luck with your initiatives. If you need an editable version, just let me know in the comments, and if you have any questions, then happy to have a discussion. Thanks.